This video is dedicated to the life and memory of Caitlin Mastellini, the greatest Royameadow Generation 2 Eternal Broski who ever existed. Viacom's. In the year of 2011, I ended up making a commentary of Sonic the Hedgehog that I later found as one of the most hated commentaries among my own personal feeling. So I decided, why not redo it with a completely new commentary and a completely new crew with the same procedure as I'm using with Sonic 2. So let's get the story out of the way. The evil Dr. Ivo Robotnik, who in Japan is known as Eggman, is stealing animals and putting them into robots. Sonic the Hedgehog is kind of unhappy about the situation and pretty much decides to go to his base and pretty much bring a stop to all of his plans. The first level you decide here is Green Hill Zone. Probably the most favorite island stage that I've known in a long time. I actually prefer this more than any other game. Because, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of better island stages than Green Hill, but the bases for all of them are just based off of this, so, like, I've got no complaints. The one I think would probably be the best would maybe probably be Neo Green Hill Zone and Advance, but we'll get to that when we get to Sonic Advance. That might be a while from now. So how about that special stage? Looked like an acid trip. I don't know what Yuji Naka was thinking when he made this game, but hey, it's there and it's enjoyable for whatever reason. Many people don't know you could do that. Yeah, that little shortcut trick really comes in handy if you don't want to have to roll into those, roll into the wall. And I will not lie, in order to roll into those breakable walls that are only available in this zone and Starlight Zone Act 1 and 3, I think, you strictly have to make sure that you're able to... What the heck did I just do there? You pretty much have to make sure that you're at top speed when you roll when you do the rolling dash. And for those that are coming into the Sonic series having only played Sonic 2 or Sonic 3, sadly, the spin dash is not present in Sonic the Hedgehog unless if you're playing, like, one of the hacks that are available by means of, let's say, anywhere on the Sonic scene, like Sega 16, Sonic Cult, Sonic Games Dimension, Ring Network, Retro, SSRG. I prefer SSRG, but yeah. Or Sonic Jam. You can get Sonic Jam, and if you play the game, you can actually enable an option that gives you the spin dash right off the bat. Could I say that the physics of this game are probably better than its successors? In a way, yes, but I still feel that Sonic is not fast because of the speed cap that is given. I actually have taken a look at a few old ROMs of mine featuring like earlier Sonic the Hedgehog prototypes. I don't know if the speed cap was supposed to be taken out or not. I really don't know, but I have some versions of it where the speed cap's completely gone. Sonic can go, like, as fast as the speed of light. He could, like, he could disappear off screen and you wouldn't know where he went. That's how crazy it is. I don't know if it's ever explained, but I think that the invincibility and speed shoes last for 20 seconds. I was trying to think for a sec. The Mario games are the ones that have the speed shoes going at. It's either 15 seconds or 10 seconds. I know Decap Attack does the same thing too. It's kind of annoying to me. I don't know. When I have a power up, I expect to have it for a while. I don't expect to like have it and then not have it for too long or too short of a time. And another pathetic boss. Yeah, Dr. Robotnik is pretty dang pathetic in the first game. His patterns are that easily recognizable, especially if you've played the game to death like I have. I think I've been playing Sonic the Hedgehog since I got the cartridge from my uncle, who I nicknamed Goose, back in 2003. And ever since I went online and decided, why not just take a look at the game? Why not see what's up with all like the hidden levels and stuff? In fact, that's actually kind of how I found out about Hidden Palace Zone. Like during the days that Simon Y still had been running his Sonic 2 beta page, which was back then known as the Simon Y Sonic 2 beta page. I looked at that, learned about, that's actually where I learned about Sonic Mega Mix, in which you can actually have a completely perfectly usable spin dash in, I think the screenshot was featuring Spring Yard Zone, which is actually the next level in this part, I think. No, that'll be in part 2, But yeah. The history I have with this game goes back, way back to many occasions. In fact, I actually don't know anybody in my crew, well, at least of the main 9. The main 9 would be, I think in order it's me, Ashley, Gabriel, Amber, Doug, Shadya, Troy, Dan, and then Kayla. Yeah, that's the order. And all 9 of us, we've heard of the Sonic series. We've seen the Sonic series. Some might not know as much as I do, but trust me when I say that we've all had experiences with the series from here and there. I can say that sometimes it has been troubling for us because I remember I got into like this heated conversation, and I kind of almost broke up the team during late Generation 1, very late Generation 1 in 2009. But then again, back to the game. You can actually collect all the rings in pretty much every single special stage, but the one problem with that is that like you don't really get anything. When you get 50 rings, you'll end up hearing like a chime, like it kind of sounds like the WGBH logo, only much more happier. The old WGBH logo. I don't know if they've ever changed it. Like last I checked, it looked as if it was charging up into a Super Saiyan. Last I checked, but yeah, when you get 50 rings, you get a continue, and even if you hit the goal circles, you'll end up going back to you'll basically go back into the game with a continue. And in the event you get a game over, you get 3 extra chances to complete the game. The only problem is if you reach the checkpoint, aka a lamp post in this game, you do not go back to the last lamp post that you went to. You only do that if you get a time over, and a time over happens when you basically have to have been in the level for exactly 10 minutes. Oh, wait a minute, let me correct myself on that, because Sinasu's Sonic the Sagehog, which is the original commentary I did of this game, was the time over was at 9:59:96. If I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go back and check that, but that sounds correct. Yeah, I'm having throat itching problems again. I really gotta get this fixed. As usual, I usually have my TV on when I'm doing a commentary, and apparently, we have an infomercial of Montel Williams talking about health watching. Montel Williams, you know, I used to watch his show on Boston's WB when it was on, and, you know, I kind of got some things out of it, but after a while I just thought, what the heck happened to him? Like, after Boston's WB just pretty much died and the CW came in, like, after Kids WB, I knew that I wouldn't see Montel again on regular television as, like, the host of a talk show or anything. And that's actually kind of why I don't even watch Maury or Jerry Springer or even Steve Wilko's show. without Montel Williams on Boston's WB, there really isn't any point in watching all the other shows. It just feels like there's something missing. And I haven't even talked about Marble Zone, have I? This zone actually gets a pimped out remake in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Marble Garden Zone. And it's kind of the same procedure. You're in the mountains, and there's a forest right behind you. When you go into the inner depths of it, it kind of feels like you're in a dungeon. Marble Garden doesn't feature that. You'll understand why I say that when we get to the Sonic 3 commentary. And there's lava here. I will not lie, this is some very odd lava, because you can actually glitch the game up in which you can end up in a certain area of lava, and what will happen is you will not take any damage whatsoever. Trust me, I've tried it. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, you could be walking through an entire bed of lava, but when you open up the source code for not the source code for Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, if you're using like the S-Rail Sonic the Hedgehog 2 editor, or no, it's just called the S-Rail Sonic editor. If you use S-Rail Sonic editor or S-Rail Sonic editor 2, I think they're obsoleted by now. I think that's why everybody just uses SonEd. But you'll be able to notice that there are actually small blocks that tell you what sections had lava. Like it'll show itself in a square, and then the word lava is right in the middle of it. And so that means that there are only certain parts of the lava that have hitboxes. Not necessarily every portion of it. And you know, that's kind of interesting, but kind of disinteresting at the same time. Maybe I want to walk into a lava wall and actually get hurt. Oh yeah, and by the way, one thing I've always complained about the Sonic series, I don't actually know if I get hit in this game, but I'll tell you right now, touch damage is a major factor that I've had. Like when you run into an enemy, you will lose all your rings. It's not like other Sonic the Hedgehog games like Sonic Adventure 5 Planetary Pieces, or Sonic Adventure 7 Sonic Generations, or White Space Time. Yes, I know it's a very long name, but somebody has to say it. Yeah, you can get hit in those games, and you will lose like half your rings, or not even a large amount. Sonic Blast, you only lose 10 rings. Miles Adventure, I think you only lose a certain amount depending on the enemy. So I'm kind of wondering, like, why do they have touch damage? Why do you lose all your rings when you just touch a robot? It doesn't make sense. I could understand if they have like something sharp on them, like the Caterpillar, or probably like the Buzz Bomber Stinger, but I couldn't understand like me running into a bat unless if I'm running into the fire. It's just very unfitting. By the way, the lower half of this level, I actually have not seen it for like the longest time. Ever since I started using all the shortcuts in this game, I barely ever get to see other parts of this game, like other parts of the levels, and it's kind of makes me disinterested in this game the more I play it. Maybe I want to explore around. That's actually why they made ROM hacks of this particular title. Well, one, because it's the easiest version of Sonic the Hedgehog to hack. Two, it's just because it makes life that much more bearable for us. And that's the end of the part. So, what's next for the little blue blur? I think that's his nickname, or Blue Dude with a Toot. You'll see in part 3. Oh, 2. Sorry, 2. Why am I thinking ahead? Think while you are ahead, right?